Welcome back, students. So our today's topic is application of law of conservation of linear momentum. We have already studied about the law of conservation of linear momentum, that the momentum in an isolated system is remain conserved, is remain constant. Though we are using such kind of law in our daily life, but here I am a very basic, not basic, very interesting in practical application about the law of conservation of linear momentum. So to study about this topic, we are deal with the recoiling of gun. Whenever we fire the gun, how the gun will recoil itself, how the bullet will get entered in its shell, that we going to study about the this application. So let's start with the diagram that we have a gun, the gun and a bullet which is loaded with bullet. The velocity of the bullet will be given by vector v1 having mass m1, and the velocity of the bullet is v2 though it's move in the backward direction, and the mass of gun will be given by your m2. Okay, so how we will elaborate this one and how the conservation of linear momentum will occur over here, that we are going to explain. So when a bullet is fired from a gun, the gun recoils. The gun will recoil itself. That is, the moves in the opposite direction of motion of bullet. When we fire the gun, the bullet will move in the forward direction. So according to the motion of the bullet, the gun will move at the backward side. So both of them are moving opposite direction. The recoil velocity of gun can be calculated from the principle of conservation of linear momentum. So this gun will recoil itself, its bullet, that can be calculated by the principle of law of conservation of linear momentum, that how again it recoil itself. So we'll start with this one. Let m1 be the mass of bullet, m2 be the mass of gun, v1 be the velocity of the bullet, and v2 be the velocity of the recoil of the gun. That are the basic which we have to discuss. Before firing means when the gun is fully loaded and the bullet is not comes out. So before firing, the bullet and the gun are at rest, means both of them are at stationary condition. So at that time, their linear momentum before firing can be considered as a constant or can be considered as conserved. So we are taking, there is no motion, there is no velocity, so it can be considered as a zero. So linear momentum before firing is we have taken as zero. Sum of linear momenta after firing, when the bullet has been fired, the bullet moves forward direction and the guns will move in a backward direction according to bullet. What will be their momentum? So their momentum will be given by product of m1 v1 plus product of m2 v2. This is the entire system happening on both the bullet and the gun. So sum of linear momenta is given by m1 v1 plus m2 v2. This is for after firing. According to law of conservation of linear momentum before firing must be equal to after firing. Means the before firing and after firing are remain equal, then why it will be conserved. So we have to equate these two equations. First we have taken 0 before firing and we have taken after firing as m1 v1 plus m2 v2. We equate these two. Though we are knowing that before firing the linear momenta is 0, so we will do the mathematical calculation. We take the one side and there two side to another side. So the equation will become m1 v1 is equals to minus of m2 v2. This m1 v1 shows the momentum of the bullet. This m2 v2 shows the momentum of the gun. We have to find out the recoil of the gun, means velocity of recoil of the gun, that how at what velocity the gun will recoil itself. So v2, we take v2 out. So we take m1 v1 by m2 minus of m1 v1 by m2 will give you the velocity of recoil of the gun. This is the velocity with which the gun will recoil itself. This equation number 1 will give you the velocity of recoil of the gun is opposite to the velocity of the bullet. The bullet is moving in a forward direction, so the gun will move in the backward direction. Now from this equation we can easily say that mass m2 is the mass of gun, is always greater than the mass m1, mass of bullet. So the mass of bullet is less, so its velocity will be greater. Its velocity will be higher. So vector v1 is always much more greater than velocity vector v2. Velocity vector v1 is much more greater than velocity vector v2. So here we can show that velocity of recoil of gun is much smaller. Why? Because V2 is much smaller. So velocity of recoil of gun is much smaller than velocity of the bullet. The motion of the bullet is very fast and the recoil of the gun is very slow. So we can say that the velocity of the velocity of recoil of gun is much smaller. Due to this condition, the gun recoil itself again reshellits the bullet into the new shell for the firing. With the help, we can come to know that when we fire the gun, what happened after firing the gun again comes to its initial condition, that is means at the rest condition, and again its linear momenta get conserved. Again we fire the gun, from there the bullet will start again move, at that time again the gun will come back, and again this conditions occurs and this conditions occurs, and after that again the gun will come as rest. Means every time the guns and the bullet will firing and gun will coming back, and after that the gun will get it remains conserved, the momentum of the gun will get remain conserved, recoil of the gun will happen. So in this way we can express you the basic as well as the important application of law of conservation of linear momentum. This is one of the most important topic every time it is asked. So you just go through this topic, note it down, go through this topic and study. Thank you.